So Q1 has already ended, where we are coming from Q2 already, but let's prospect in 2022 what's going to happen. What can you share with our viewers?
Okay, so 2022 what to expect, or rather, I think with the market situation now, a lot of people were actually a bit fearful during the first Q1 because of the recent cooling measures in December.
Yeah, agreed.
People are a bit hesitant, but we have again seen how resilient the property market is in Singapore.
Yes.
And where then, if let's say you are looking for opportunity now, what are the areas you can look into? I think that is a concern, or what a lot of people are trying to see. Where can I best put my money? Especially with everything going on. So before we give you the correct answer, I think there are a few things we have to address that brings us to our conclusion, or rather our research, why to focus on these three particular sectors. So I think to start off, I'll start off first with the first one. If you've noticed in the last year, a lot of the low quantum new launch market has actually moved a lot. And what do we mean by low quantum? Anything that is 1 to 2 bedrooms in size in a new launch, most of them has already moved and flying off the shelves. The most scary thing is that the prices have gone up quite a fair bit. So if you are looking for something at 1 to 2 bedders, you might feel that you have missed the opportunity. And so that actually is one of the market segment that has a little bit, we will say, missed the boat. But of course, there are still opportunities there, and you can call us to find out more. But of course, with the new launches, supply and prices increasing by, the supply has dropped, but prices have increased quite a fair bit. It has shifted a lot of people's demand back to the
resale. So actually, I believe you guys have seen the news and everything, the resale market has been picking up, and one main reason is that because of the supply in a new launch, especially the smaller bedder unit, 1 to 2 bedder unit is gone. A lot of them, well, if you don't have it in a new launch, then of course I will move forward to the resale market. And with such a sudden demand for the resale 1 to 2 bedder, of course it will cause a price to spike up, right? Because people will be like, okay, you want my unit, right? So I'm definitely going to spike up my prices so that you will still end up buying it because you want it, you need it, okay? And with that, moving forward, because of the smaller bedder, they are actually increasing in prices. So as for the bigger units who have seen, so for example, a 1 bedder now can easily sell like a 1.2, 1.3 mil, let's say for example, okay, 1 to 2 bedder. And then for yourself, if you are actually a 3 to 4 bedder onwards unit, you'll be thinking, if my neighbor can sell like a 1.3, like why can't I actually also increase my price? And that's why you also start to see that the bigger units, which is the 3 to 4 bedder units, are actually increasing in prices also, which that is why you can see that the resale prices are picking up, mainly because of these few reasons.
So you will see, seems like you guys are saying new launch 1 to 2 bedder cannot buy, too expensive. Resale
cannot, you must find.
Fine, okay? But majority quite expensive. Resale 1 to 2 bedder, you also say expensive. Then if I want to buy big unit, you also say expensive. Then where do I buy? So not to worry, we've done a lot of research, and actually we have identified 3 market segments that are still in actually a good position for you to buy, be it for investment or own stay. And of course, if you're buying for own stay, it does not really matter how much, as long as you are able to afford and it's some place that you love and you want to stay in. That's the most important for you. But if let's say we're talking about investment wise, these 3 market segments are actually still in a very good position for you to go in. And the first one that we're going to say today is one of the most expensive areas in Singapore, which is the Core Central Region, CCR New Launch Market. The CCR New Launch Market is in fact one of the best places to look at now, because the gap between the resale and the new launch in the area has actually narrowed quite a fair bit. And of course, you cannot say the same for every single project out there. There are particular few that are better than the others, and you want to find out more? Let us know. And the second one, which one is the second one then?
Okay, second one would definitely be the freehold new launches actually. So I think previously that we have shared on freehold and leasehold prices have actually, the gap have actually narrowed, and we are seeing quite a fair bit of freehold new launch that are actually catching up with the 99 years or so. But of course, not all of them, which what we have said, not all of them. So we definitely will point out to you whichever projects that is more suitable to look at. And then of course, lastly, we will have our
RCR, which is the rest of the core region, big units. And
Yes.
why we say specifically big units is because a lot of the 1 to 2 bedders, like we mentioned earlier, prices have gone up by quite a fair bit. The only places that you can look at that has still affordable 1 to 2 bedders, most of them are actually really quite limited in supply already. Whereas the big units market in the RCR region has relatively stayed quite stagnant in terms of the pricing wise. So these are the 3 areas that actually you can look into. In summary, firstly is the CCR new launch, because the new launch prices in the CCR is actually in a very attractive price range now. It's almost comparable to other regions such as RCR and OCR.
Yes.
Secondly would be freehold new launch.
Yes.
Because the freehold new launches compared to the 99 in the areas, the gap has narrowed quite significantly now. And it's a good time for you if you have been looking for a freehold property for the longest time, take your action now. It's the best time to look into it. And lastly, of course, is the RCR big units. Big units now are in demand, especially with the work from home situation. A lot of people are upgrading to a bigger size, and your opportunity comes into here where the developer, most of them have not increased too drastically in terms of the pricing. And we shouldn't quote you and say that there is absolutely zero increase in pricing.
Yeah.
But as long as there's a minimal increase of pricing and they haven't increased by a significant amount, that is something that's good for you to look at.
Yes, agree.